But people going out and publicizing her personal information, doxing her and sending her fucking threats, man. Like, people on the internet are fucking weird, dude. This is stupid. Like, if you're doing this, you're going this far over this stupid drama thing because someone lied about, you know, Blindfold killing Alatreon. Like, who cares? So apparently there's more to this story. I wanted to wait a few days to kind of like let things kind of rapid fire out so everyone reacts, everyone gets more information to see if a statement was ever made by Queen Bones a lot. And you know, thanks to a viewer on my channel, Nato, I don't know how to pronounce her name, I'm sorry. But you've, you know, provided the link with more information, so you know, here we are. Apparently we have more proof about the third monitor.
My name is Equestrian, and I'm going to talk about some new proof that Carl Jobs did not talk about in his video.
So some things that Carl missed.
The second blindfolded run of that Queen Ponsalot did. Now, one of the accusations that he has against her is that she moves OBS from her main monitor to the right onto her third hidden monitor.
Right.
Now, some of the defense I have seen personally is that people saying, we don't know if she moves. She could have moved anything. We don't know if it's OBS.
I think
here's one person.
I think it's pretty cut and clear based on just looking at the video, looking at her gameplay and everything like that, that she's directly looking at something, at least on the other side, the third monitor, whatever it may be, that is giving her some kind of advantage to disprove her video, right? Her blind Alatreon run. And I said before in my video, like, she's obviously a great player. She has 4,600 kills under her belt of Alatreon, blindfold or not. She could put in the work and get the blindfold kill if she wanted to.
Talking to Asmongold, for example.
No, I find it to be legitimate. I have no reason not to believe so.
So, what about the evidence that was presented? Like, for example, that she had the third monitor and she had OBS on the third monitor? What do you think?
I've seen the setup. It's chatty. So chatty doesn't reflect the video.
Chatty.
Can't she move OBS
I mean,
over
I guess
to
there's
the monitor with chatty?
So I know that Asmongold got an interview by one of her mods, and I kind of wanted to save that for another reaction. I wanted to save that for later. So what is this?
I wanted to see if she would ever move OBS back onto
what is this?
her main monitor,
Right?
and if I could catch her doing it from the right, you know. But I never did that. Sadly, there was no footage of her doing that. So I started thinking of something else. Well, she uses OBS, right? And in OBS you can change scenes like this.
Yes.
Wow, insane, right? And you can do that either by having a shortcut key or by pressing manually in OBS. Right?
Correct.
I started looking through the live stream to see if she ever manually clicked inside OBS. And she does. Oh, she does.
Right, with the 10-second
so,
drag, I believe. The 10-second mouse press button.
So this is a little bit after she beats the boss. And I want you to pay attention. It's going to be a little bit... The bit rate might be very hard, but you can check this yourself in the live stream. The timestamp is 2 hours, 11 minutes, 40 seconds.
Okay.
So if we look right here, if we look on the second monitor, if we look down here, we can see the mouse is going to be moving up. Let's see here. Where is the mouse? There it is.
Right, there it
and
is.
It moves up to the right. Okay. To her third monitor. And
yes.
then let's look down here.
We can clearly see her looking over.
Any moment she's gonna click, and the moment she does, transition to a new scene in OBS. She manually clicked. Let's pause that. She manually clicked inside OBS to change her scene. She moved her mouse to the right. Her OBS is on her third monitor on the right.
Yes.
Just like mine is right here. And I click. Changes. And there you go, it changes. That is what she did.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cut
Let's go back and see
dry.
it once more.
I don't know how you could
there.
honestly disprove this.
It moves up.
Maybe
to
I'm
the
not
right.
smart. I don't know.
She's looking to the right.
I'm looking to my right too, and it's just kind of like
and
I don't know.
you can see her input There it
Yeah,
is. It's at this point, it is undeniable. Anyways,
exactly.
that's
I believe,
it for me.
I believe that.
See you later.
I am at 100% proof. Like I am 100% believing that this is, you know, clear cut and dry, closed case kind of deal. And I remember hearing about this guy's video coming out. Great, honestly, just great detective work, right? With catching the mouse and moving it over to the right. That's just, I mean, how much more proof do we need? You know, other than an actual admission, which I would still love her to see her come out and admit to her mistake and come out and like, you know, say that she's going to do an actual run and make up for it. Put in the time, put in the work to do it. Because she could do it. Come on. 4,600 kills? A lot, man. 10, 15-minute fights. You know, probably 5 minutes, depending on how fast you can go. Be adults here. So, that's pretty cut and dry. Apparently, I believe it's this one here.
Appreciate your time.
Oh yeah, I mean, I
Where a mod, just like it says on here, I'm gonna move over because this is Asmon's video, right? And I'm gonna react to Asmon you know, doing this interview. And I would like to see what this guy has to say. So this is a mod that joined Asmon's stream while he was criticizing her and her run to defend her, I guess. Yeah, to defend her.
yours
What
as
it
well.
says.
I mean, do you think that she cheated?
I know for a fact that she didn't.
Context. Queen Poncelot
Okay.
is a monster hunter blindfold runner who has fooled thousands of people. But today, the absolute legend Karl Jobst revealed the final truth.
She also revealed the monitor.
He revealed the monitor. What is this?
So we know that she has a monitor to her right.
Okay.
But how does she see it?
Yeah.
Well, the secret is in how she's wearing her blindfold. By wearing her blindfold loose, she can see through a small gap between her nose and the blind.
Yeah, and this is what I said. Right there, right? Right in between. I have the preview on my other monitor, so I'm sorry. I'm like looking over to my third, fourth, fifth monitor, what you call it. You know, she, with the facial movements, her head tilting, the way that she's sitting, you know, it's pretty standard cut and dry that she's looking kind of like through the sides of the blindfold to look at her other monitor that's far off to the right.
Blindfold.
Right now, I'm wearing the blindfold, right? But I can see out the gaps between my nose and my blindfold.
On top of wearing her blindfold very loosely, Queen Poncelot also sits back in her chair and looks up in an unnatural way. This is to get a better viewing angle.
Correct.
After the video dropped, Queen Poncelot started attacking Karl.
What is this? She actually responded? Hold on. What'd you think of the Karl Jobst video? Let's see if you delete this comment because you can't take criticism. Ooh. I think it's a really weak argument. Okay. Feel free to expand on that. Got an explanation for how you repeatedly and perfectly adjust the camera to Alatreon's head, despite being blindfolded and having your monitor covered. He responded with, every sound comes from his mouth. Echolocation is proven by the blindfold community. Play the game, question mark. Okay. So, why are you being rude? First of all, this is like an honest question. Like, do you have an explanation? Can you defend yourself on this? I think that's fair. I think that's a fair question to ask. Now, hey, can you tell us like how you did it? Is it really just listening? Which is what she's saying. Every sound comes from its mouth. I don't know how pinpoint accurate that is to Monster Hunter. You know, I'm not an expert. I don't sit here and close my eyes and listen to monsters as they attack me to see if it comes from the mouth or the body or a hitbox or something like that. Did it say you even play the game? Like, wait, rude. Echolocation is proven by the blindfold community. I mean, that's true, but like I said in my video earlier, like there's a lot of in part one, right? There's a lot of sounds, or not, I'm sorry, there's a lot of moves and a lot of attacks from Alatreon that don't really have a good audio cue, like the head sway. There's not really an audio cue to the head sway until the head sway is coming out and hitting you. Other moves there are, right? There's precursors to other moves that have sound cues, and that can work. But to umbrella the entire fight and say that the whole thing has sound cues and you're using echolocation is not... Anyone who has spent a lot of time on Alatreon will tell you that that's not a solid argument, unfortunately.
And sent her mod on Asmon's stream to defend her.
I know for a fact that she didn't. She did nothing wrong. She did not cheat anything. She has not cheated anything. And I think that it's important for us to understand that conjecture does not equal proof. There is no physical proof. There's a lot of conjecture. There's a lot of examining many things that are on.
Look, I'm an idiot. All right. I've been to college. I worked in law for a long time. Sometimes I got to sit here and look up some words. This man's using the word conjecture, the definition. An opinion or conclusion formed on the basis of incomplete information. So, I'm pretty sure the information that we have is pretty complete. I mean, the accusation is that we're looking over at the other monitor, or that she's looking over at the other monitor. She can clearly see. Her actions are showing that she can see. The way that she's moving the camera, the tools that she's not using, such as the lock-on feature that other people in my comment section has pointed out. Good job on that, by the way. I didn't even pick up on that, and I've been playing this game for a long time and completely forgot about that. There's an auto lock-on feature, and there's a automatic point camera default back to forward feature button that you get to. She uses none of these, which a lot of other people do. A lot of others speedrun. So get back to it.
On the table, people claim, oh, she did this, she moved that, she did, but there's no actual proof that any of this happened.
Well, there's no proof that it did either.
Yeah, there's no proof that it did either.
She's being accused of a crime she didn't commit.
This is,
and I know that for a fact. I'm willing to put money on it.
So when you're sitting in an accusation like this, man, you know, you're innocent till proven guilty, right? So when she put up her video, she was innocent. A lot of people even believe that the run was, you know, authentic, her second run or whatever. The first one was like, you could clearly see through that blindfold as a viewer. So that's a little oof. But the second view, you know, the second run was pretty like authentic, right? No one really knew that she was cheating until Carl made a video on it and pointing out some of the fallacies. And once that happened, proof started coming out and accusations started coming out. Accusations came out that she was cheating, and the proof that was presented to prove those accusations were also presented. And as a lot of people can do in their own chair, we don't need an expert to come up onto the stand here or anything like that to prove to you how geometry and angles work and anything like that. That her body posture is completely different. You can look out through the other side. She's looking at another monitor. It was proven that her mouse was taken from one side of the monitor to the right monitor, the third monitor, off screen. So it's pretty damning evidence. Like I said, the only thing that could be even worse is if she came out herself and said that it was fake, you know. Could it have been something else on that other side? Maybe. But the chances of that, I mean, let's be real, man. Come on. Like, what are we talking about here? These are brain cells here.
So first thing is that, why do you think that she tilted her head in a different angle whenever she was
the
wearing
angle.
the other blindfold?
Well, sure. Whenever you're under a stress response, your body reacts differently. You position yourself differently. In the very first run, when she's wearing the first...
Okay, I'm going to stop him there. His defense for this, for her posture being different, is a stress response. All right. Now, I can call up somebody who is a, professional medical person if I wanted to right at this moment, but I'm not going to bother with that because it's not even worth her time with this stupid internet drama. But me as a person who was under constant stress, life or death situations amongst my entire career, positioning your body after doing something for over 4,600 times, the stress, kind of starts leaving your body after the first 1,000, 2,000 times that you have repeated the same thing over and over again. When you're fighting Alatreon, and you start knowing the fight, you do it 4,600 times, there is no more stress. I'm sorry. We're talking about a video game here. There are very, very stressful situations that I can name off in video games that will have your heart rate pumping up to the nines. And fighting Alatreon for the 4,600, 222nd time, I'm sorry, it's not going to be, that's not stressful, man. Come on.
First blindfold, it was a carefree run on stream done with friends for a random, hey, I wonder if I can do this. It was a completely different circumstance.
My understanding of the psychological body language, whenever that happens, people usually actually huddle up more to protect their mid body, because that's where your organs are.
That is true.
That's where
your initial reaction to any kind of sudden stress or unexpected emergency is to huddle up, close in, or get away. Also, great picture.
I'm a physician.
You don't.
That's not
that's
entirely
not true. All right. So you think that?
Hold on a moment. Okay. So anyway.
That's not true. All right. So you think that it's legitimate, and you think that the way that she was sitting was just purely a stress response, and it wasn't her.
I don't, if I may, I don't think I know. I know that it is legitimate.
Okay.
Without a shadow of a doubt.
Without a shadow of a doubt. Okay.
But I also want to bring up the point that it doesn't seem like anybody else has been held to the standard that she's been held to. We have CSI investigating experts that have been going to every single length, looking to even the reflections on her phone, trying to analyze what's on that screen. And yet no other professional has been held to the same standard that she has been. No one's asking everyone else to have.
Why do you think that
I
is?
think it's because of the initial conjecture that she faced when she did her first run. And she is a nobody that decided to do this on a whim, and that caught the entire world by storm.
So, like, how is it that every single other person in this community is not able to rebalance their camera in any circumstance without a lock on, but she was?
I'm not a blindfolded expert.
Exactly.
So I'm not sure.
He did the exact same thing that she did under the same controls.
Well, hold on. He did not do the exact same thing she did. And because he did use a third monitor. He did look from his blindfold at a third monitor and completed the run.
Yes.
By looking through the blindfold at that third monitor.
That's correct.
Yes.
Queen Ponzalot did not do that.
Did she look at OBS through the third monitor?
No.
How do you know that?
Because I know.
Okay.
Because
you expect anybody else to believe that?
I welcome the skepticism. She did her initial blindfolded run on a whim on stream with no particular.
This man's just looking to fight. This man is just looking for a reason to argue and to find someone that is paper thin enough to not hold up any part of their end of the argument against someone that is so ridiculously, what's the word I want to use, insane, to the point that they want to abandon all reason, all proof, all kinds of. I mean, we're handing you a apple pie fresh out of the oven, baked to perfection, and you're sitting here and telling us that it's a steak, and you'll fight everyone in Applebee's over this. Come on, man.
Set of guidelines. She didn't know what she didn't know either. So she reached out to a credible expert who was a world record holder in that community, and followed the exact specifications that he set out.
Well, what is his opinion of this?
I've spoken with Mitch Riz, and he is on the fence. I'm sorry, I just got a message from Mitch Riz. He's actually watching right now. He's the world record holder.
So you said you've been watching. What do you think?
I think the evidence right now points pretty strongly in the way of not meeting, I would say, the proof that would be needed for blindfolded. I'm trying not to put it too harshly. So,
okay, all right. That's about right.
Well, I think time to call a dog and a cat and call it is what it is. I think it's pretty. I think it's undeniable at this point that yes, she is 100% without a doubt, without a shadow of a doubt, has cheated her run. Now there was one last thing I wanted to look at, and apparently there was a response or some sort. There was some kind of message. Her mod keeps asking her to give another chance to prove herself. I think that's good. I think she needs to go forward. I think she needs to just do it correctly, like do it authentically. Do the actual run. I think she needs to actually do it. Sit down, grind, do the whole thing. Do it actually blindfold and redeem yourself. I think that's the only way you can kind of go forward, or just kind of let the whole thing blow over and not try to go for fake internet clout like that again. The thing that he doesn't seem to realize is that what she's doing is literally impossible to do legitimately, regardless of how much practice she does in preparation for the third video. Is it? I don't know. I feel like it is possible, right? If like 30 apes inside of a writing office can eventually come up with Shakespeare by some small chance, then I think it's possible that someone can kill Alatreon blindfolded. I mean, people have done it before, right? A lot of people. She's playing blindfolded, fighting Alatreon without using any reliable setups, freeballing the camera with a mouse without using a lock-on, and using a great sword of all weapons. She doesn't utilize camera reset or even a mouse vertical sensitivity setting. Yeah, she would have to set all that up. That's the work you have to put in. You have to get used to those controls. You have to put that stuff in. You probably have to get a controller, to be honest, and not use a mouse, because it's so easy to mess up your camera with a mouse. Even if the best of the best blindfolded Alatreon experts in the entire world would have played these conditions, they wouldn't be able to pull it off in their lifetimes. Yeah, that's true. I believe. I agree with that. You need those setups. You can't just freeball that. She has locked herself into checkmate. If a third video is going to come out, she would need to fake it again. That's not true. If she doesn't, then it would mean that her playstyle would need to change drastically. Maybe using a different weapon, or maybe utilizing more vertical sensitivity setting, or using lock-on to stop her going for headshots entirely. Regardless of what she decides to change, it would mean that her first 2 videos were in fact cheated, which completely negates the entire point of having a third video to begin with. Checkmate. She can do it, right? It's just time. It's time and effort. That's all she has to do. Time and effort. That's all that she has to put in. And then don't say anything. Don't tell anybody that you're doing it. Don't even come out and be like, yo, I'm doing another blind Alatreon kill. You know, come watch me on Twitch. Do it live, you know, that kind of thing. You know what? No, don't do that. Just do it, you know, on your own time, off stream. Make a video on YouTube, put it up on YouTube, and put it up on Reddit or whatever. Put it up on your Discord and show people that you can actually do it. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna feel like it's impossible, but if that's something you want to go out and be known for, then that's something that you need to put in the time, effort, you know, and research into doing. You know, get the setups correctly, learn how to do it right. So is there anything else here? Oh yeah, there was one more video here.
Due to malicious intent, harassment.
Due to the malicious intent, ongoing harassment, and attempts to publicize my personal information. Look, guys, it's just a fucking video game. I am temporarily disabling my videos. I have been doxxed, received multiple threats, and have contacted my local authorities, and am being actively farmed by other creators heinously for content. For concern of my own safety and well-being, this is necessary to stop at this time. Okay, I think that's fair. You know, like I said, just do it on your own time, off stream. Do it like that, you know, and come out and just do it. You obviously can. I want to see her do it too. I really do. I want to support her through this. But if she's just gonna sit here and try to fake it and be a liar, then get the fuck out of here. Honestly, like, just don't even try. I don't even want to hear about it. You know, no one wants to hear about it. But people going out and publicizing her personal information, doxing her, and sending her fucking threats, man. Like, people on the internet are fucking weird, dude. This is stupid. Like, if you're doing this, you're going this far over this stupid drama thing because someone lied about, you know, blindfold killing Alatreon. Like, who cares? Who cares if someone did or didn't? Fuck, you know, what? You ever go to school, like middle school or grade school? You know, you're playing RuneScape or something like that, and your friend is like, "Oh man, I found the silver pig off in Elven Forest. It spawns only at 9 p.m. at night on every Wednesday. You gotta be super cool to find it." And you're like, "Nah, it's not real." And he's like, "Yeah, it is. You're a loser," you know. And of course they're lying. But what are you gonna do? Do you really care, dude? Like, you gonna fucking beat them up because of that? You gonna chase them at their house? No, you're just gonna be like, "Ah, that kid's an idiot. He's a liar." You know, who cares? Who cares, man? Just let her do her thing. Let her make her video. Come out and admit to it and just do it right. Like I do. Just do it right. Hopefully that's the end of it.